So this is a simple tutorial showing how to attach and unattach a hat on a character in Maya. So we've got I did a take a little while back. There's a separate video for how to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to attach a hat to Monty and then unattach it and then have it land on Monty and attach again. So it's really about attaches and parenting. First of all, we're going to go and find ourselves a free hat at TurboSquid. So if we go to turbosquid.com and we search for hat, we will find one. We want to sort by lower prices, not best match. And we're going to find all kinds of hats here. So I can scroll through the various options, the various hats, and it doesn't really matter which hat you download, but I'm going to download a bowler hat, which I will find. And there's a bunch of them. You can download any one of these and you pop it in your scenes folder in Maya. Very important that it goes in the scenes folder in Maya. So once we go back to Maya, assuming we've created a project and set to it correctly, which I show how to do in other videos, so I'm not going to repeat it here. I'm going to go File, Import, which is here. So File, Import, and then I'm going to find my bowler hat, which I've downloaded into the scene, as I said, and press Continue. And then there's our bowler hat. Now, the bowler hat comes in, it's much too big. I'm going to go to my, go to the multi-view here. So Panels, Layouts, 3-pane split top. On the right, I've got my shot camera. Up here on the left, I've got my perspective view. And then underneath here, Panels, Panel, Graph Editor, I've got the Graph Editor, so I can see all my curves. Now, I'm just going to put some things on a layer. The layer editor is a super useful tool. There's another video that covers it. But if I just if I turn off the visibility, actually I'll just put the whole thing in one layer just while we're here. So I can go Windows Outliner. There's my set. I'm just going to pop the whole thing, Cartoon Land. If I double click on that, it should give me the option to change the name. Yep, so let's call that Cartoon Land Set Layer, like that. And then I'll just pop the whole thing in there. Right click, Add Selected Objects. So I'm just going to put it all in there. And then this layer I can actually just get rid of. So delete the layer. And now I can turn that off anytime I want. Just get rid of the background. The Cartoon Land, by the way, is also from TurboSquid. Now if I press 6 here, I can select my hat. There it is. Press W for move. And I'm just going to move that hat above Monty so that it sits on Monty's head. Obviously it's too big, so I need to scale it down. So I need to scale it to approximately 0.4 of its size. Move it there. Actually 0.5 would probably be better. There we go. Now it's the right size. And I go to frame 1 and I'm going to pop the hat on Monty's head at frame 1. So there we go. Actually, maybe it's a little small point. Let's try 0.6. There we go. That'll do. So now I want to attach that to Monty because right now it's not attached. So Monty is doing his animation. If I go to the perspective view, we can see that the hat isn't attached. So even if I kind of position it in an attractive way, sitting on Monty's head, there's no attachment there. Now I could just attach it by going P, by using P, which is to say attach the hat, select the hat, shift select Monty and press P on my keyboard, and that will work because what that will do is parent the hat to Monty. But what I want to be able to do is to parent the hat to Monty and then unparent it and then parent it again. So the first thing I'm going to do is press 4 on my keyboard, and you can see underneath I've got the squash and stretch control on top of Monty's head, which is what I'm going to use to attach the hat to. But I also need to activate the ParentMaster tool here. That's called PM. And it's the ZV ParentMaster tool. And if you want to find out about that, I'll show you where to find it. So if we go to Google and we go ZV ParentMaster Maya, we should find it. And there we go. It's an app. You can download it. It's a plugin. There's Paolo Dominici who invented it. And you can use, and there's also video here by me, how to use the ParentMaster plugin in Maya. That's an older video from some years back, but there are more up-to-date videos as well. there's another one by me, how to import the ParentMaster plugin in Maya. And there's a very recent one by me, how to install and use the ParentMaster plugin in Maya. So any one of those will help you get started with the ParentMaster. Super useful plugin. So there's the interface, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the hat, then I'm going to zoom in nice and close here, then I'm going to shift select the, that's shift with my left thumb and left clicking with my mouse, shift selecting the squash and stretch control above Monty's head. Then what I do is press attach here in the ParentMaster. Now if I press play in the shot camera view, I'm going to get that, right? So the hat is now on Monty's head, so Monty's now got a hat which is attached to him. But let's say that I want to unattach the hat. Let's say that I want the Monty to let's say I want it to the hat to fly up in the air here. So here basically I want that hat to unattach. So once again I select the hat, shift select the squash and stretch control above Monty's head, and then press unattach. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Select the hat, shift select the squash and stretch control, unattach. So now if I go to the shot camera view, the hat is going to unattach from Monty. So that was at frame 27 that we unattached it. So I can now select the bowler hat, keyframe it at frame 27, and now have it fly up in the air, let's say at frame 31. So let's just go back to the perspective view. Have it fly up in the air like that, and then maybe fly even a little bit higher up in the air at frame 35, and then at frame, that's frame 35, then at frame 39 we can bring it back to Earth, as it were, and land on Monty's head again. And now at that point, obviously I've got to reattach it. So let's just hit 6 so I can see what I'm doing, get the pose right. So there we go. So now the hat's on Monty's head. So now let's press 4 again on our keyboard, zoom in, we've got the hat selected, shift select the squash and stretch control, and once again click attach on the ParentMaster. And now if I go back to my perspective view, I should have the hat both unattach and attach again. And I can now go in and adjust the motion of the hat because it's feeling a little bit floaty there. So let's just go to our graph editor and check the translate Y and hit A. Yeah, so it's a little bit floaty there, but we can adjust that. And down there when it lands, that needs to be, I need to break that tangent. So break tangents, and then have it fall more in line with actual gravity. I can do that again there. So tangents, break tangents, select that, and middle mouse drag that up like that. And now I'll get more of a kind of realistic drop on that. So now if I drop right like that, there we go. So there we go. And obviously I can add some flourishes to that. I can I can make it spin round, for example. But I think that's for another video, because all we wanted to do here was attach and unattach the hat, and we have done that. So now we've got attaches, unattaches, and reattaches using the ParentMaster plugin on Monty with a bowler hat.